Welcome back to the pod. I'm Scars.
Steel.
Style.
Episode number 2. A little more structure. Got a couple topics, but always got to start off with a little yapping. A little just chatting.
Dude, you guys remember how I was the default card on the Walmart app for mom?
Have you talked to her
I paid
yet?
for groceries. Yeah. I paid for groceries for like a month and a half. Yes. Guess how much money I'm getting back?
Don't tell me.
$280.
No, more. $362.
$425. I paid $425 of groceries.
I think the bigger problem is though.
How'd you not notice that sooner?
Realize.
How'd you not notice that
That's
sooner?
the bigger
I don't
problem.
know.
That's nearly $500. I feel like that's...
Yeah.
It was from
Walmart.
$150, bro.
I saw the $87 charge from Walmart, and I was like, I must have bought. I have a problem with spending money, so I was like,
True.
I was like, oh, this is a realistic.
So we just need to sit down
problem.
and like teach Mason finances for an episode.
I've learned my lesson because I went broke.
Sure, we'll see. Maybe we need the person we need to teach about finances is Wesley. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's who we need to teach.
No. Hey, Wesley hasn't gone broke yet.
I think he's been pretty close to where Mason's been.
But he's had like
You gotta tell that story.
$8.
That's what I'm saying. Wesley's been way low as well. So
You gotta tell that story though.
When
If
I
you
broke?
want to. Yeah.
Okay, so, it was Mother's Day, and we decided to go to Iceberg. Well, my mom decided to go to Iceberg
great shakes, by the way.
for shakes, and I still thought I had money. I totally forgot that I had previously spent like $60 earlier in the day for donuts and flowers for my mom, and so that diminished my funds. And I go up to order. I'm like, hey, can I get this kid shake? And total after taxes was like $4.18, or no, it was like
I think it was like $5.18.
it was like $5 or something.
Yeah, because I think they're like
More
$4.90.
than the money that I had, unfortunately. And I'm sitting and I scanned my card like 3 times, and I was like, what? There's no way. Like, there is literally zero chance that I don't have money in my bank account right now. And I pulled it up, and I had like $4.25, and I was like, wow, I am an idiot.
Scratch my order. I'll just go sit down and...
Exactly. And then my parents ended up paying for it, but I told them not to, and I was kind of,
Yeah.
I was telling them not to pay for me.
It's true.
So we're starting a GoFundMe for Mason.
Yeah. Help me. That was
what
a
else has been
sucky situation.
going on? I'm moving offices. Not really. Just across the building. Like literally across.
Yeah.
Very narrow building.
To Sage's old office?
Not even there. Like literally in the same unit. Just to where the big window, like the
It's
exterior.
like shaped like a U. It's
Yeah.
like hall and then a big space. Jackson's here. He's going
Mhm.
across to here.
Yeah, so I have a big window now.
Why?
Just to give us all windows
Oh,
to the outside.
gotcha.
So they can
It's,
see from their
apparently
prison
that's
cells.
important.
Yeah.
It helps boost morale.
Just doing that today, and I finish it up tomorrow.
Don't drop your Legos.
I don't know if they're all gonna fit.
It's smaller office?
It's not that it's smaller. I don't have
Cupboard
those
space?
shelves.
That
The
sucks.
cupboards up at the top.
That's
So I either need like get a bookshelf or something. Because there's like 9 Lego heads. We got 3 cars. Actually, 4 cars.
Uh-huh.
TIE Fighter.
TIE Fighter.
Little
And then
grill.
there's some stuff that can stay on my desk though. 'Cause my
Droid
desk,
deck.
yeah, the desk is the same size, but so we'll see. Might have more Legos at home.
Did you guys see
Yeah.
that shelf that I made?
Which
The
one?
walnut one?
Oh, yeah.
I think you sent it to us.
Yeah.
That one was cool.
Put it above the bed. It looks pretty good.
Mm.
Forged the brackets from the leaf spring.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What about you? What else?
And stuff.
What about you, Jake?
Just busy with knives. We met a influencer guy from Instagram today.
Mm.
That was awesome.
TD cameraman. Does like Western photography stuff.
He's got like 150K followers.
Yeah.
He's got a couple collabs going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have another guy coming over next week. Like some elk hunter dude. I didn't tell you that yet.
For the
One of these elk hunters is gonna come.
little mosquito.
Get a knife. Check out the shop.
Oh yeah,
We're filming.
we're filming in my trailer. I feel like the vibes are pretty sweet.
This is better. I don't know.
Nice
Trailer
seating.
boys.
Nice seating arrangement across from each other, a little easier to talk instead of all facing the camera.
Yeah.
So, should be fun. But,
This might be a common setting
yeah,
here in the
I
shop,
like it.
probably.
Here at the shop, and actually camping won't be that common of a setting, but expect some in the wilderness.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. That'll be fun.
Possibly in the hot tub.
That one's risky.
That one
That's
is
a lot
not
of
good
steam.
for camera.
I ruined
Make it
my one phone that was almost already. It was partially ruined already.
Was it like your 11 or something?
That was the breaking point of like, I have to get a new phone now because the steam just.
Cooked it. We should keep the windows and door open.
Not gonna help.
And I still don't think.
Windows, door.
Maybe your camera for using all your stuff.
Yeah.
I'll use it for a hot tub. I love hot tubs.
Jacob has
The
a.
issue is no jets too, though. It'd be hard to hear with the jets on.
Yeah, we'd have to turn them off.
So
You can. Yeah,
I don't know.
Or we
So
all
can
have
try.
it.
lavalier mics.
Yeah, we can try that.
Waterproof ones.
that'd be good.
Cool.
That'd be sweet.
That could be fun. Those mics could work for the camping too. Probably make it a little easier.
Yeah.
Set up the camera and not have to worry about a mic.
Yep.
I don't know.
That'd be good. Should we get into it?
I think so.
Let's do it.
Well,
Let's start with the shorter of the two, I think, of the topics, which is hot takes.
Ooh.
Ones you do or don't agree with, either or, both sides. We each have a couple. So, anyone want to take first?
Android better than Apple.
I knew it.
You're an idiot.
I knew it.
That's just
Hey,
simple as that.
look.
Dense.
No, look. User interface, Apple all day.
Agreed.
Apple all day. Actual capabilities, I will give you that.
Boom.
I will give you that.
Capabilities, price, definitely Android.
I'll give
Only
you,
thing Apple has going is compatibility
Mm,
and user interface.
yes.
Everything else, though, Android.
I just like the layout of an Apple phone more.
Which is the interface. That's what the interface is.
Oh,
Like
I
how
don't
the how the phone is actually set up and
But
Mm.
I think the reason you like the UI so much more is because you have an iPhone, so you're used to it.
probably. I mean, I've never had anything else.
Because I've had them.
I don't think you've had
Android?
anything else.
I've had an Android tablet, and that was AIDS.
Was that your first thing you had?
I had it before my iPod.
Okay.
It really isn't. That's the thing. They're not
Yeah.
really super different. Like when you boil it down.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I am happy
I've
that
stopped
they're-
fighting you
I'm
trying to get you to get an iPhone.
I am happy. Look, we'll start to GoFundMe to get Jacob an iPhone. I do like how
But-
they have started to, like, again, like with compatibility and stuff. How like I can have read receipts from you now.
Exactly.
It's helped. It's so
Yeah.
much better.
I do think Apple's also a lot worse at the money grab
Oh, for
culture.
sure. For
Mhm.
sure.
Like
That's my
just
biggest.
just
off
barely
of Apple.
upgrading to the USB-C.
Yeah.
Like I feel like everything else has been on that for
Yeah.
Android's been on that for a while.
Mm-hmm. You guys know why that happened?
No.
It finally was like a regulation. Not regulations is not necessarily the right word.
Pretty much,
but,
yeah. The EU, Europe,
hmm
made it where you could only have USB-C on
On
phones
phones?
if you wanted to sell there. So if Apple wanted to sell their phones
They'd have to have
in
two
Europe, they had to change. And Europe's a
different
big
factories
market,
and-
so
It wasn't. Yeah, the cost
had to
wasn't.
do it.
Interesting.
I don't mind it. I will say I don't know if yours still has one.
Has one?
I like the
Oh, Aux?
Aux.
For sure. Aux should be.
I hated when they got rid of that.
Yeah. I don't like it either.
It was. I don't know.
Then I had
Maybe
the
it's-
stupid dangle. What are they called?
Doggle.
I
something
think it's
like that.
dongle.
Yeah.
Dongle.
Not-
Dongle.
No, I don't
I'm
think
almost for
there's an
sure.
N.
Dongle. I'm looking
Hot
up.
take. It's doggle.
GIF or GIF?
GIF. Shut up with GIF.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
dongle. DONGLE. Dongle.
Interesting.
I've never had to have one of those.
I have to get a new one for
But
my.
Mason will need to get some for his car.
Yeah.
Uh,
Aux.
I am still on the Lightning. Mine still has the Lightning, which kind of sucks because Emily's is the USB-C,
Yeah.
so we can't share chargers. And then like our AirPods are the Lightning still, but the iPad is
That's kind of
It's rough.
we had a lot of cords, to say the least.
New fun.
Okay, that was a good one. That was a good
a
one.
good hot take.
My first one. YouTube is still the best streaming app.
No.
I don't know enough about streaming. I like YouTube the most, probably, though.
What do you think is better?
For quite literally streaming. Like we're talking about
What are we talking about here?
What do you mean by streaming?
Any videos of any
I
sort.
think he's talking like
Just
like movies.
watch something.
Any sort of video. Like, it could be... YouTube has movies, like Jacob's saying, but it also, I mean...
This is stuff.
Just a normal post.
I can't really say no, because I actually, you're right.
If I only had one
I only watch
choice,
YouTube.
It would be
I only watch
YouTube
YouTube.
for sure.
I only watch YouTube.
Yeah.
Dang,
Not hot enough.
Not hot enough, I guess. At first it was.
Yeah.
What did you think was going to be better at the beginning? What were you going to fight? What were you going to fight against?
For a little, my
Twitch.
brain goes to streaming. I think Twitch.
Yeah.
So I'm
Which is
like,
fair.
I'm like,
Okay.
I'm like,
fair.
that's what I think of when I think of streaming.
Yeah.
That's just how today streaming Twitch is the best.
That sort of streaming.
I don't know if that's
sure.
a hot take. I don't think Kick is better than
Well, it depends what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
If you're trying to do...
Kick. I feel like you have a lot more freedom.
Exactly.
That's literally the whole point of
literally
it.
do
You're trying to
everything.
gamble
Mhm.
and kick.
Yeah. I'm more talking... Not
Watching,
that, yes,
like watching
yeah.
videos. Yes,
Which is-
content watching
Agreed.
for sure.
Yeah. Nice.
Fetch. I can't. Hobbit is boring.
Whoa!
Okay. Let's give him some credit. He didn't say Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the
He
Rings.
doesn't even watch Lord of the Rings.
I
Yes, I
guess,
have. Lord of
but-
the Rings is the one with the dragon, right?
No. Desolation of Smog?
Which one is that?
That's the hard
They're all. I just don't find them that entertaining. The entire thing. Too long, too boring. There's not enough happening.
Context. We've been trying to get this man to do a movie marathon of Lord of the Rings, and he just will not commit. Doesn't want to do it.
They're so boring.
He wants to do Star Wars instead, which Star Wars is
so
good.
much better.
I think Lord of the
But-
Rings is just as entertaining.
Because I don't want to watch a little guy walk across, like, in the woods. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's probably the worst explanation of either of those movies ever.
I don't care. That's
When's the last
just-
time
That
you
is a
watched
very,
them?
I'll give you credit. That's a good hot take.
What?
That is a good hot take because not a people will agree with you.
Yeah, it's just boring, man.
When did you watch Lord of the Rings? And when did you watch Hobbit?
I don't think he's watched Lord of the Rings.
I have.
I think he watched Hobbit for
I've
sure.
watched. I know I've watched all.
Because we've watched
That's
The
so
Hobbit
good.
as like
Tell
family.
me like a basic idea of what you remember.
He doesn't.
I honestly don't.
Okay, we're watching
First
it
of all,
again.
for me, it probably just wasn't good enough to remember.
He also was way younger.
Yeah.
Like The Hobbit, we watched
Well,
basically
dude,
as they came out.
I read Lord of the Rings in like 4th grade.
You were disgusting. You
were
are
also-
disgusting.
I
Jacob's
don't know
biggest
how-
nerd on earth.
Hold on. I don't
Biggest
know-
nerd on earth as a child.
I don't know if we can edit this into the video. I think we put a picture of Jacob at
7th grade.
Yes.
something age.
Seventh grade.
See,
Seventh grade.
It'll all
Jacob.
make sense. It all makes sense.
Very superstitious man.
That's a good. Like I said, I'll give you credit. That's a good hot take.
I hate.
That's
Can
a
you
good hot
agree
take.
that we need to watch them though?
I'll watch
Do you think it's
him.
only fair if we watch all the Star Wars? You watch those?
I've
Well,
watched all the Star Wars.
He's also watched these technically before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to
Star-
stop doing that. Probably
I'm
loud.
down to watch all the Star Wars. They're good.
Yeah. I own all of them on
Yes.
DVD now,
Yeah.
and Lord of the Ring,
And
The
I will
Hobbit's
try
actually.
my hardest to pay attention.
You have to. You can't have your phone. You'd be.
So you're expecting me to write my 13th reason why then?
No,
If I can't have my phone, I have to stim with my phone if I'm watching something that I don't enjoy.
that's what you have to at least give it a
Yeah,
chance.
yeah.
Though. That's what we're saying.
It's not
It's
like
like-
it's not like 100% of the time, but like if he's just walking in the freaking woods.
I never.
And there's nothing
We're not talking about
happening.
the Hobbit. They do. They do.
I am
walk.
talking about the Hobbit.
but
That's the
we're
thing.
talking-
That's boring.
Lord of the
They
Rings.
both walk.
Yes, but I feel like Hobbit more.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Hey, good hot take. We
Yeah.
can respect it.
It's hot enough.
Jake,
I'm about to go sit over there by Jackson.
Piss you two off.
I have a couple good ones.
okay. Do you want to save yours? Because I only have one more.
I think we can go Jacob.
I'll
You,
do one. You
Jacob.
can go yours, and we just do mine.
Okay.
This one, I don't know if Utah's the best state.
It's definitely up there.
I was thinking about it.
No.
I think it's the best.
It's up there. The only argument I have against that is the culture.
Uh-huh.
And all this culture can be kind of like, I don't want to live in Utah, but
Uh-huh. I
the
think it's
nature,
Oh.
the nature, 100%.
The diversity of the state
It's
is
for sure up there.
Yes.
one of the best for sure.
It's hard to say the best because I haven't visited enough of all the rest of the
I went
states.
to Montana for 2 weeks and that was glorious. I think I might rather.
I definitely
live in
think-
I think
Montana.
I think
Montana is
Utah-
good for 2 weeks. And more.
I think
Don't get me wrong.
the best state could be definitely in the same
Midwest
area of Utah.
I think it's Utah. I think
I just want to get away.
Idaho's
from all the-
awesome, but it's boring.
There's not a lot to do in
Potato
Idaho.
Not
land.
much,
Yeah.
but there is some cool stuff there.
Yeah.
So I think you have. If California wasn't liberal,
Yeah.
you could put California in the topic. Texas. I think it could be there.
If there was more in Alaska, it could be there.
Yeah,
Alaska was easier to
access.
And
I think if Oregon wasn't as liberal, Oregon would be better than California.
It's also very rainy, and I hate rain.
You know, like really,
I can't do
rain.
Love rain.
The smell.
Bro,
the
have you ever?
So after the rain is different than.
No, even during the rain.
Have you been to like? Have you been in Oregon, in the trees, overcast with it raining, and you're walking to the beach? You're walking to the beach.
Drizzle's okay. Also,
it is the greatest vibe ever.
I hate cold rain. Okay. And Utah has cold rain.
I don't mind. To me, there's a difference between cold rain and windy rain.
Bad, I feel like.
Windy rain sucks because I think that's what makes it cold.
Yes.
Yeah.
So normal rain, where if it rains, it's gonna be a colder day, like a chillier day, but I don't mind that. I just gotta put a hoodie on. I love myself a good hoodie.
I just hate being
wet. So I don't mind. I know this. I don't know how to say this any better, but like the slightly drenched. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell that you've been walking in the rain.
Okay, hold on.
And you go inside. That I will say, I don't mind that actually.
You can't tell me you don't enjoy rain, like playing soccer in the rain though.
If it's not cold rain.
So the only thing is it can't be cold all the rain.
Can't be cold.
What is defined as cold when it's raining?
I feel cold.
Okay,
you have a temperature
let me
range?
describe to you. Hey, hold on. Yesterday, while we were working, we went inside the house. It was probably like 70 degrees, 71 degrees in the house, and this man was talking about he was
cold?
Goosebumps cold.
I had goosebumps.
Goosebumps cold. All right.
Bad.
So
that's like warm.
I call him chicken pox.
Yeah, he did.
Being in Emily's bedroom has gone down to like 55 at night.
Sleeping, I can do that.
And it's so nice.
I can do that sleeping. I cannot. If I'm awake,
that's
no.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thailand ruined me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say,
dude, I came home and I'd be in a winter coat in the house.
You serious?
Legit. There's pictures of it.
It's actually kind of crazy.
Anyway, more of the story. Utah's definitely up there.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5. I can commit to top 5.
It's a top 5 in literally everything. Okay, there's probably things it's not top 5 in.
For metrics that matter.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Can you give me the water
not as hot as Mason's, but that's good. That was good. Mine also. This one's
Can you
not
give me
like,
the water, Jax?
Oh. Our opinions are so close.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We can't. We'd have to do hot takes with like a random person.
Like our wives.
To get like
hot takes. Our podcast is better than theirs.
That's not a hot take. You don't even understand a hot take, Jake.
He's joking. He's joking. I think.
Are you?
Huh?
That's not a hot take.
Because that's the truth.
That's the truth.
Oh.
The hot take would be theirs is better than ours.
Gotcha.
You're so lucky your
hot
hot takes.
If you ask them, it's a hot take.
Yes, but we're not doing hot takes for them.
I know that. What's yours?
Vine was TikTok before TikTok, and it was better.
Wasn't better.
I think it's more enjoyable, more wholesome.
I don't think you guys understand how wholesome like TikTok
is not wholesome. It is anything but wholesome.
What do you mean? Elaborate.
I never feel wholesome on TikTok.
Have you gone into the comments? You don't see
comments compared to Instagram.
You don't see mean comments on TikTok. It's everyone being nice to like a refrigerator.
But the actual videos on there, the videos on there sometimes can be like, whoa. But same with Instagram.
I don't do a ton in the comments.
I don't know. Yeah. Mason is.
That's my problem. Is I go I'm like on Instagram scrolling and I'm like, dude, these are the funniest comments I've ever seen in my life. Because it's low key just people hating. And I go to TikTok and I'm like, bro, this person's gonna get like destroyed in the comments. And it's like, oh my gosh, you're beautiful. So I'm like, bro, this is a refrigerator.
Yeah. Can you agree? Vine was TikTok before TikTok.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure, it was TikTok before TikTok.
What happened to Vine?
People wanted to get paid.
Yeah.
And Vine didn't want to pay people.
Yeah.
So like,
that's why TikTok blew up.
Are they
TikTok
still on the App Store?
I don't even know if they're still on the App Store.
I don't think it's a thing that exists.
But some of my favorite videos on YouTube right now are the old Vines, the compilations, right?
For sure.
That was good.
That's a good one.
Okay, more from you, Jake?
Let's see. Should I do all I have or just choose the best ones? I got...
How many more?
3 more.
Do we want to do all 3?
Let me see how it feels. The one
Yeah.
takes a long
I think we
time.
can do all three.
I'll start with what I think is the best one.
The biggest hot take, or
Do
Yes,
you
my
remember
favorite.
what a
Okay,
hot
that's
take is,
conversation.
though?
Yeah, yeah.
his
Okay.
his have worked out.
I know.
College
Does it-
football is better than the NFL.
Ooh.
Not in everything.
I have such a hard time with this.
Not in everything. I think it can be more entertaining
100% more entertaining.
because they're trying
Oh, yeah.
110% every time.
Yep.
Right? You don't see that in the NFL from everyone. There are
Mhm.
players that still give it their all, but
I disagree. Not with the all. So many more highlights, in my opinion. So many better highlights from NFL than I get from college football. What I can say is college football fan base
Oh,
crazy.
a religion.
infinitely better,
Yeah,
religion.
infinitely
Yeah.
better than NFL.
I'll give you that much.
But I'll still watch the NFL over the college.
I don't watch much college ball either. I watch
Like,
more NFL.
this
I
one's such a
watch
hard
way
time for me,
more
bro.
college.
This
Your whole
is-
family does.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
definitely
this
your
is so hard for me because I was at the K-State BYU game.
Mhm.
That was insane. Like that was one of the funnest games I've ever been to.
College football fans are the best fans in the U.S. That's not a hot take. That's just a fact.
I think baseball fans. might
No,
be.
statistically they've done. I don't know
Oh,
how
really?
what statistic they've done, but
I
I
hate
have heard
baseball.
that before.
Yeah.
I feel like
Also,
that's a decent hot take.
9 out of the 10 biggest stadiums in the world are American college football stadiums.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that was
Next
a good one.
one,
That was a
or
good
is
one. I think with the average person, that's a really good hot take, though.
No, for sure. Doctors are overrated.
Doctors.
Doctors are
Literal-
overrated.
Okay, hold on. We gotta clarify.
Overrated. The people who
Overrated.
kept their
Hold on,
best friend
hold on,
alive are
hold on.
overrated.
That's why we have to clarify. Are we talking the average doctor?
Yes.
Like, oh, I'm feeling low on the weather. I need to go to the doctor.
Yes.
Talking
Okay.
like
So not
Revere
like,
Health,
like specialists.
like
are
Revere
like-
Health urgent care doctor.
All I'm saying is, usually when I personally go to the doctor, I could have told them everything they told me.
Right when you're like feeling,
Yes.
He
But not
just,
any,
he
like,
just
or
doesn't
like
like doctors because he had
ankle
to get a
thing.
colonoscopy.
Haven't had to yet. I think they're overrated.
That's a pretty good hot take.
I
I don't know if I can 100% agree with that, but
And you pay way more than you should.
yes,
No,
you
insurance-
pay way more.
You pay way more than you should.
I'll change your hot
So
take.
you get less.
And it's not even really a hot take. Insurance is
Oh,
overrated.
That's just that's just a fact.
I can hop on that
Yes.
train.
Doctors being overrated. I
Car
think is
insurance
good.
though, we
Because-
like car insurance.
If you're
You got a good experience.
if
with
you're
insurance.
sick, but you don't know what's wrong with you, right?
Mhm.
But there's something that can get you better. You're never gonna know what that is without the knowledge. But that random doctor, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm
I've
feeling
never,
like this."
I've never
But
had
you
a
have to get
doctor-
prescribed.
on the
something.
on the average thing, I agree with
I've
Jake.
never had a doctor
I agree with
do
Jake.
something like that for me.
I also think it's by family. I think by like, I don't know how your family is. I feel like your mom, doctor a little bit, which was kind of the same with our family a little bit, but not for like the little things. Like if I was under the weather, unless I was like crazy not feeling good, I wouldn't go into the family doctor.
I also think people shouldn't want to be doctors.
Explain that one.
Nurses.
Okay.
'Cause the
if
average-
someone wants to be a doctor, that's okay. They can want that. But if you are going to school and you don't know what you want to do, and you go, okay, I'll just do medical school.
Oh yeah,
That
That's
should
the
not
dumbest
be
decision of your
100%.
life.
A default decision.
Yes, I can
It
agree with
should
that.
be.
And it is not
The way you
as-
started that, I was like, bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
it was a really hot take at first, and then it became
Yeah.
normal.
No, that makes sense. I feel like that can go for a lot of things, though.
Mhm. For sure. Let's see. This one, we'll see. Buying brand new cars is stupid.
I've never bought a brand new car, so.
I've never bought one either, but I disagree, dude.
I think 75% of the time, I could agree.
Okay. Why not the other 25%?
If I own a company, why not buy a new car if it's a write-off?
Mm-hmm. I think you can get better write-offs.
Huh?
You can get cheaper.
I mean, cheaper.
Because a write-off, you still have to... It's not just like free money. You're still
Sure.
spending it. So you still want to use that money wisely. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but if I am purchasing something that I'm going to rely on for my,
Mm-hmm.
what is that called?
He's not looking at me.
Your
anyway.
business.
I'm too stupid.
Your safety. Your
Something. They're,
production.
I can't think of the word.
Uh-huh.
But if I rely on that for
And when I say new, I'm talking the year
yes,
that you were
yeah,
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
Like the newest model.
Yeah. No. I don't know. If I personally, I probably won't ever buy a brand new car.
Yeah. I think unless
I just
you're...
feel like, especially if it's like a first gen.
Mm-hmm.
First gen vehicle.
I can. Buying a first gen vehicle is a stupid idea.
Even if it's from a company you've bought vehicles from before,
Mm-hmm. I would never ever buy a first gen.
I think unless like your salary or your money is like 15 to 20 times the car's value, just buy 4 years later.
No, for sure. Each year knocks off more than you would think. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are my hot takes.
I can say that.
That's what I got.
That was
Good chats.
Good stuff.
Mason's got to bring more next time.
Yeah.
It's another one. Anything else we want to talk about before next scheduled segment?
Freshka, if you're looking for
specifically
someone to promote your product.
Okay, that's not where I thought you were going.
We got you.
Is that why you put that in here too?
I'd say I'd rather get a sponsorship
Pringles,
from Pringles.
Same, because
We'll take Pringles. No, we'll take Fresca. We want Pringles.
Yeah, I don't
I'll
really
take them
drink.
both.
Okay.
Majority vote says Pringles.
Next one is the best of 2010's era snake draft.
How do we do the snake draft?
So
boom, 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 boom.
now
boom,
I think
boom,
you know how
boom,
the snake draft works.
Not really.
Really?
Just run it through. I might.
So it goes 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
It's like how we do
It's
the
a
little
zigzag.
game that we play.
So we got five subtopics,
Okay.
kind of things to go over. I think we should try to figure out how to have someone go first. I don't know how loud this will be. Wherever this is pointing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna become loud.
Mason?
I mean, that's
Count as
almost
Mason?
dead. Run it again.
I don't want to go first. Bro,
That's
that's a cheat. That's cheat. It hit something, bro.
Okay, run it back.
Oh.
Okay, I'll go first.
Second.
Mason. Okay. Second's not bad.
It's not bad because yeah.
Does that make sense? So first, second, third, and then we'll come back.
Yep.
Okay. First topic is song. So my song pick for 2010's is going to be Sunflower by Post Malone and Sway Lee.
That's good. That's a good pick. That thing exploded, dude. Dude, that's a good pick. I respect that. Okay. My Should we here's what I think. I think we should for each category two picks.
Okay.
So we go back for each. Do you have enough prepared for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Hopefully.
I was gonna say we might have to come up with some for some of my categories, but I can think on the spot.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay. First pick for me. Well, not first pick. Sorry. Second pick. Uptown Funk.
I almost
Really?
that was on my list.
Uptown Funk.
That one went crazy.
Are we talking like what we personally like, or just?
I'm thinking both.
I personally both like those songs.
I
But
mean, I like it, but I would not go anywhere.
it was on my honorable mention list.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's not bad though. I like that. Bruno Mars, solid.
You want a good song?
turn?
You pick up
Yeah.
Bruno Mars.
Mine's a totally different ball game.
Okay. This
Drink-
is specifically for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drinking Problem
Solid for yourself.
by Midland.
I'm so glad he's not taking either of our picks here. This is really
Speak.
working out.
Sing.
I'm not.
You know that one.
Here.
I probably do.
We'll give
People
you
say
one.
got a
Some
drinking
people
problem.
say
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got a drinking problem,
Yeah.
but I got no problem drinking. No. Copyright.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
You have enough time. You have like 5 seconds.
Do you?
Yeah.
You know the song. He knows
Yeah, I know the
song.
song.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it.
Yeah.
Okay, another pick again for you, Jake. Well, I'll say that was a good pick. Not what I would
Second, first pick of the second round.
Man, I don't know. The ones I put down, I don't know if I'd really say they're my favorites. Just the ones I thought of. We Are Young.
Did that come out post 2010? Dang, that is. I will say that's a banger.
Especially like when that one came out, it was like, this is amazing.
That one's good.
Once this
I'll listen to that one on the radio when it's on.
once each section is over, because I have a couple in each, I want to read over like the ones that I didn't choose.
Yeah.
You know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. With the second pick
Second
of
round.
the second round,
The snake draft.
I am going to choose. Oh goodness. Oh my gosh, this is actually so much more difficult than I thought. Confidence. Sicko mode.
That was also honorable mention.
Dude.
Honorable mention.
That
That
sounds
one
so good,
went
bro.
sick.
That blew up like crazy. People heard that. Okay, Drake hater right here. People heard that Drake feature, flipped out, bro.
Yeah.
That was so,
That was a good one. That's all my honorable mention.
You know my one complaint with sicko mode? It changes too many times.
That's
my one
That's part of why I
And
like
yeah,
it.
that's why it's unique and different.
Yeah,
But
no, that
it's
it's
a little bit
it's
too much.
It's like one of the first songs that did that.
yeah.
For sure.
It's like what
Okay.
that did it more than once. You
Yeah.
know, because songs would do it, but that was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It has like
That's a good
4
one.
changes
Yeah.
in it.
That's solid. I think we go through the picks. We review both your picks
Mhm.
and like rate them
Gotcha.
and then we go over the honorable mentions. Dang, I thought we would have a little bit of overlap.
We probably do.
The last pick for this first round, "Humble" by Kendrick.
I almost
That
put
was
that.
that was one that I saw. I
almost
actually don't have
put
it on my
that.
list.
Yeah.
I about did.
Dang, I thought
I
we
have
were-
I have
thought we
I
were-
have Kendrick songs,
Yeah.
but
Humble's
I need to remember
probably
that.
One of your favorites it is.
for 2010s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my 2 picks for songs, "Sunflower" and "Humble." I like my picks.
Your picks
Pretty
are good
solid.
for sure. Mine were Uptown Funk and Sicko Mode.
Not bad, not
I
bad.
really like my picks. I think I had 2
And they're very different too.
Yes.
That's what's fun.
different and very catchy.
Yeah.
Like technical errors. Card got full. We're doing the snake draft.
For best 2010s.
Best songs of the 2010s. Each get 2 picks.
So
And Jackson
I was
first.
My first pick was "Sunflower" by Post Malone and Sway Lee.
The second pick was by me. Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars.
Third pick, Drinking Problem by Midland. My second pick was We Are Young by Fun.
My second pick was Sicko Mode by Travis Scott.
And then the last pick for song category was "Humble" by Kendrick. So
Put down in the comments
who has the best?
who has the best song. Who has the best 2 songs. Okay.
Definitely not going to win that. Mine are too niche.
Okay.
What
Next
is his name?
category. We're gonna keep the same order for this episode. Well, the order hopefully will change for future episodes. TV show. Best
we jumped to
TV
TV
show of 2010s. I thought that was next.
I don't.
Not
could be-
that one.
Jacob doesn't really watch TV shows.
Yeah, my opinion. I just put my opinion doesn't matter.
Try to think of some. I just can't. Josh to
Like,
go first.
The Office.
That one did. Yeah, that one's not bad.
What do you mean that's not?
I think
hold on.
I think villains was first if we want to do villains.
I don't think the order
movie
really
villains.
matters. Oh my gosh, Jacob, you're.
Okay.
But he can come up with some on the spot.
Yeah.
He's good. Do you want to do that one first?
I just
We
thought
can.
movies. I didn't.
Movie villains.
I must have just not read that.
Yeah,
You
okay.
didn't.
But you
Good.
got it.
That's fine.
So same order.
Yes.
My first pick could be hot take at first. I'm taking Tai Lung from Kung Fu Panda.
Dude, that's a great one.
That's really good. That's
That's-
really good.
It's my first pick.
My first pick, also hot take, sleeper, Lotso
What
from
Dude, I
Toy
saw-
Story.
I did look up a
Really?
couple lists or like of villains from the movies in that
Oh,
range.
Bro,
that was
for
one
a
of them.
children's movie, he was a diabolical guy.
He was crazy.
Like,
He was crazy.
genuinely
Not
psychotic.
bad. That's not a bad pick. I don't mind it.
I wish I had time on this one.
You're good.
No, you didn't. You just didn't.
The
You
best
didn't.
one is the wolf and Puss in Boots. But
not-
I know.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
not
Sorry.
2010s, but best
Okay.
one. Best villain. Give me some options. Get my brain thinking.
We can't.
I'm not-
I'm not
'cause-
gonna.
Then
Yeah.
give me some bad options.
No.
Jacob,
Yeah, let's just think of movies.
just chat GPT.
or hurry and search.
You
a
guys
list.
do your draft. I'll be back.
That's not how that works.
No, we're good.
Okay.
We can move on to TV shows because he's not going to really participate in that one.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
We'll
TV
go back.
shows?
We'll
My bad.
entirely come back.
Yeah. We'll restart there. TV shows. My first pick. One of my personal favorites as well. Breaking Bad.
That one was really good. I saw that one a lot.
Breaking Bad.
I saw that.
That's my first pick.
I actually haven't seen that.
It's
When
solid.
I was searching up
That'd be
lists, I
good.
saw it a lot.
That'd be a good one.
My first pick is one that I haven't seen, but I heard it just went on the downhill.
Really?
I just know it. Everyone says it's
Oh.
good. Game of Thrones.
See, I didn't want to put one on here that I hadn't seen
Okay.
myself.
I
But
just-
that is in the GOAT conversation.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's why I haven't seen it, but I was like,
Yeah.
I know I've heard that it's good. Like, I haven't heard bad things about it. Second pick for me, I got 3 choices here that I have left. I think Stranger Things.
Solid.
Oh my
I almost
gosh,
did that.
man. This next season's going to be insane.
My first pick was kind of like a more serious show, and so I went the opposite way. So I picked the comedy.
Dude, I had 2 comedies on here.
My second pick, Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
Knew it.
baby.
Knew it.
That's what's up.
Knew it.
That one.
For that section,
So
okay,
good.
so that's one that me and Jax had overlapping. My other choice, because I had 4 listed.
Those are my 2. I got my 2
Really,
picks. So.
really, the ones I had listed. The other one I had listed. Sorry, Parks and Rec.
That was on the.
So
I did.
good. That TV
I almost
show
typed
good.
it out just in case, but that's another comedy one.
Really
That's
good.
That's really funny.
Okay.
What was your 4th one that you had? Was it? Oh, Brooklyn
It was
Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we both had that, but Jackson got it.
Trying to think
Okay.
of other shows that came out in that era. There's some really good. Like I feel like that was pretty
good
peak.
shows. Yeah.
2010's
2010's was
Daredevil.
peak.
I'm pretty sure came out in there.
Daredevil was pretty good. Yeah.
That one, I don't know if you guys have. That one's really good. I haven't seen the new one, but the original is really
Ready,
good.
Jake?
I'm ready.
Okay. Back
Okay.
to it. Jackson's first pick.
Tai Lung, Kung Fu Panda.
My second pick, Lotso.
Saruman.
Who's that?
Do you want to?
Lord of the Rings.
I can do it. I do. You would pick one.
Yeah. So you have Lord of the
I
Rings.
thought you would have picked Smog, to be
You have
honest.
Sauron is like the main bad guy.
Yeah.
Then there's Saruman, who's like a wizard, who's like secretly bad, but he's kind of like plays
See
to
the
be
white
good.
guy?
The white wizard. First pick, second pick, Emperor Palpatine.
Interesting.
Dang.
I think he's better than Darth Vader because he's more
That's
sly.
that's crazy.
That's a
More
hot
sly.
take.
That's a hot
That
take.
is a hot
Hot
take.
take.
Darth Vader, his aura.
He-
Okay, hold on though.
he's
2010,
way more evil.
2010s, Jake. 2010s. Those are not.
You're right.
Palpatine, you could argue because the new Star
You're
Wars,
right,
he's in
yeah,
there. However, your first one, I don't know if you could argue that one. We'll let it slide. But
You weren't thinking about that while you were looking, were you? Figured. My second pick, Thanos.
okay.
It has
I
to
almost
be.
put him. I almost
He
put
wiped
him.
50% of the freaking
Yeah.
universe's
I actually have
population.
2 other Marvel.
And to be fair, hot take, he could be right. If he had done that, and if they hadn't reversed it, Celestial never would have
True.
started
True.
spawning out of the ground.
Yeah, because the population would have been.
He wouldn't have. It wouldn't have had enough energy for such a long time.
It would have taken a while to get back. I do it. Like I said, I have 2 Marvel, but the last pick of this is I'm gonna take Killmonger.
Oh.
That's on my list, and that was such a hard decision. That was such a hard decision for
Um,
me. Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan, cooked
Solid.
up.
Solid. I wish they'd kept him longer.
Oh,
I wish they'd kept him longer. He
100%.
was so
See,
good.
the annoying part for me now is they can't use him as Black Panther.
Yeah.
That sucks, because he'd be such a good Black Panther.
But I have 2 more on my list. They're actually another Marvel and actually another Kung Fu Panda one.
The Ox.
No,
Peacock.
Lord Shen.
Lord Shen, bro, that
Yeah.
Peacock, devious.
Those movies, that era.
Ultron's your other person, isn't it?
No, I actually have Hela.
Really?
She's not.
I thought Hela was good.
Ultron was
Ultron was solid. Ultron was
so
solid.
good.
Ultron was solid.
So
I just think they wasted him.
Oh,
more
low
than they
key,
wasted.
low key. Someone I'm gonna add to my list,
Okay.
but not on it. Void. Void was insane. Very strong villain.
He just wasn't there.
I know he's not the best.
No.
Yeah, but he was still like.
Anyway, what were your other 2?
Well, Killmonger was one of them,
Nice.
and then, I still did have 2 other ones. Now that I think about it, I had Bane. Bane
Bane's
was
good.
really good,
Bane did
and
good.
then Voldemort.
I
I think that was a
Solid.
sleeper pick.
That was his out.
thought about that one.
That's good.
No.
That's pretty good. That's
That
a
was
good
just
list.
my list.
That was a good category. I like that. Next one is championship teams
I am
across
questioning
any sports.
Oh shoot! I forgot I had to have 2 movie soundtracks. I'll figure
You're
something
good.
out.
Yeah. My first pick. 3-1 comeback. That was crazy. The Cavs. I think 15-16.
Yeah, 2016
Cavs.
championship.
I mean,
That's the best. Yeah,
arguably
That's
one
on
of the
my
best. One of the best NBA championships ever.
that was
So that's my first pick.
That's a really good pick. That's on my list too. My first pick is 2016 Patriots.
So the 2017 Super Bowl though.
Huh?
When they played the Falcons.
Yeah.
Ah!
No.
Dang it.
That was my.
Yeah,
That was also on my list. That was also on my
Yeah.
list. Dang it.
Bro, that
Solid.
comeback's
The 28,
insane.
28-3 comeback.
Falcons suck.
Yeah.
Those are the best they've been in forever.
And can we talk about the freaking Chiefs trying to hype themselves up talking about that
Oh my gosh.
on the
That
sideline?
was hilarious.
It's not possible. It's not possible. 28-3, man. It's possible. That's
Okay,
good.
Jake.
That's a good pick.
Golden State. Or Rain.
I almost did one of the Golden State years.
Yeah.
Do you have
That's
a?
a good
Do you,
Do you have a
are
specific?
both of your picks?
No,
gonna be that?
I was. Just
I think the
thinking
next. I think the 16-17.
champions.
I think 16-17
But that's what I would
so
do. 16-17
Okay.
season.
not bad.
Second one.
What's
I
this?
only came with that one. So I'm gonna run through my head. Can I say Alabama?
You have a specific year?
I don't have a specific year.
I'll
Just
give you a
Bama.
specific year. 2018 is I think when they. I think it was,
Actually, stop.
or it was night. Or it
I'm
was
gonna
19.
go. That's technically 2020. Pretty sure.
I have this on my list.
LSU,
LSU. That's
Joe
on my list.
Or isn't it 2020 though?
Yes, it is.
2020.
It's 13
okay.
days into 2020.
It's fine.
But
Then I
low
would
key, bro,
definitely
now
go
I'm kind of
LSU.
pissed because he's just like mentioning like 6 different teams, and
We'll let that be both you guys' picks.
LSU.
Unless you have a different one. Unless
That's
you
what I
have
would
a
go
one.
with.
I
Joe Burrow.
have a different one, but that's the one I wanted to pick.
Okay. Just say the
Yeah, I
other
thought
one.
of it.
Say the other one.
Well, everything that's. I mean, bro, he took a whole franchise that I had as one of my things as well. The Warriors' reign. Like,
Dang, he
I'm
picked
starting
both?
to get. Bro, he
Dang.
picked both, bro. But he
Gotta
picked the
get
whole
choices.
franchise, bro.
That
Like,
is
what
true,
kind
that
of
is
a
true.
take is
Well, do you have a
that?
better year? Or were you going to do 16-17?
I was going to do 16-17, but like,
That's the last thing.
this is kind of fetching AIDS.
Do you have another one?
No, I don't have anything else. This is retarded.
You take Bama.
That's totally fine. I'm going to pick the 2016 Cubs World
That-
Series.
Was a thought that just crossed my brain, but
The
100 years or something?
108-year
Yeah.
drought. So,
No, that's legit.
I feel like I'm kind of
That was
cooking. I'm
good.
not going to lie. I feel like my picks
I feel like you're glazing yourself. What is happening right now?
Mom, you know what that means. The last category for our
Movie
snake draft.
soundtrack.
Again, I didn't want to pick strictly movies because I feel like there's a lot to movies. Like a movie could be bad but still have a good soundtrack and vice
Mhm.
versa. So I did the villain, and then this is the movie soundtrack. I think all of our number one. I'm gonna steal it right here. Interstellar.
Nope.
Really?
Think
For
so.
soundtrack?
Come on.
There's. I'm not trying.
There's one song that is
It's cornfield. It's the corn.
amazing.
It's the cornfield.
There's a
That
couple.
one's
of
insane.
them.
I know there's a couple
that are
good
really
ones.
good.
There's a couple good ones. I'm gonna
man.
pick what is the best, hands down. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I knew
That
you'd pick
soundtrack
That's not
is-
even on my
It
list.
actually-
That
Not even on my
that
list.
soundtrack is literally. The best part about the soundtrack is its actual songs, so you can listen to it outside of it, and there's
Okay.
not a single skip on it.
I
in
mean,
my
I'll give you
opinion.
that. I'll give you that.
But
Sometimes.
it's so good.
Jake,
He's googling. It
I just
right now.
realized that mine is not 2010.
what was yours?
I think it's
Pre?
Tarzan.
Oh, that's pre. Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a little pre there.
It is pre.
I would
for
agree
sure.
that that's pretty solid. That's up
Oh,
there.
oh, easy. Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's a good
I
one.
almost
Guardians
did
of the
that.
Galaxy.
That's a good
Similar
one.
reason.
That's a good
It's actual songs that you can listen to.
Specific
I
one.
listened to
Specific
that.
one. 1 and 2.
I think I'm gonna go Volume 1. I think it's a little better.
I
But
think
there
so
is
too.
some great songs in Volume 2 as well.
Might do.
Second pick.
Volume 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
One sec.
Pick
I
number
do
two.
have to do a slight amount of research.
We'll get better at the prep. Don't worry.
I am.
I just had years.
You mean you?
Okay, to be fair,
specifically.
to be fair, the podcast was planned for tomorrow,
True.
but Jacob didn't realize he had hunter safety, so I was
Yeah.
planning on doing my research today.
True.
Oh wow.
Was that movie? Did I miss that?
How to Train Your Dragon.
Dang it!
Oh!
I knew that's what you looked up. As soon as you
Yeah.
as soon as you went
There was
Ooh.
two. There was
Ooh.
two that I just searched up on
How to Train
ChatGPT.
Your Dragon solid.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Good stuff. That
I have 2 more written down that
Good
haven't
job.
been taken. I don't know what. One of them has actual songs. The other one is straight up just a soundtrack. Black Panther.
That's good.
I think Black Panther had a pretty solid one.
That was a good one.
Honorable mentions. I had only one more listed. Inception.
That was
Like I
one
said, it
that
didn't have
seen.
actual songs, but the actual soundtrack.
One
the
that I
vibes are
just
crazy.
saw that wasn't like that I didn't have listed or anything or nobody said. Tron Legacy.
That one's
We
good.
just watched that and that one
That
was
one's
really
also
good.
that one's also another just like the actual soundtrack.
I will say it's not 2010's, but one that beats every single thing that we just mentioned. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. That one beats out everything we just mentioned in my IMO, in my opinion.
Okay.
But
Okay. Do you have any others on there?
Mine are all
Old.
only
Do you have
ones
any
that
other
you've
listed?
seen. No, that's
That's it.
Thank goodness you didn't take my pick.
so
Thank goodness.
That's pretty good. Let us know if you enjoyed that segment. I think it was fun. Lots of
legit.
Comment some ideas of
And then
what
also-
things we should rank as well.
things we should rank, and then if you agree or disagree with any of our hot takes, and then who do you think had the best overall list throughout the 5 categories. I think
Let us
that's what
know
we'll go with.
for sure.
But other than that, I think that was any other
Time
any
to close?
ideas?
No. Coming up on the next podcast, I'm gonna set up a mutual and
Yes.
Hinge account, and
Yeah.
we're gonna
Another
swipe,
segment. Yep.
and
segment idea.
we're gonna do that every single episode from then on, and we will have a screen recording put up on the thing so you guys can see what I'm saying.
Gotta throw your fit check in somewhere.
Well,
Oh, yeah, that'll still happen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that'll still happen. We could put them back to back, because then it's like
No,
this
because
is-
I think if we have 3 segments, and it's a good break between each one,
okay.
No.
because it won't take long.
You want to
either
try to
of
keep that like layout,
Sure.
like 3 big categories, and then use that as
Yeah.
breakers.
I like it.
I don't mind. Okay, well,
Nope.
any last words?
Don't be a liberal.
Solid. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next week. See you next episode.
Deuces.
Adios.